It's another podcast, and this time we're going to be talking about BOBI 17, our 17th gig at Blackfriars. That featured Matthew James Aylett, the Jade Convict, Modern Haze, and Austin T. Anyway, Simon did interview them, and we will be splitting this podcast up into 4 for each of the bands. So, over once again to Blackfriars.
Well, welcome, Matt, to BOBI. Tell me a bit about yourself and your artistry.
I'm a singer-songwriter from Spalding,
Yeah.
Flintshire, and I've been writing songs since I was about 15.
Hmm.
I was kind of like an obsessed Oasis fan.
Was you?
When I was a kid, yeah, like absolutely obsessed. And then I basically just rewrote their back catalogue for about 2 or 3 years. Then sort of got into Bob Dylan, and then the floodgates opened there, really. Bob Dylan, like the whole like American roots music and blues and folk and country music and stuff like that.
So what was the big switch? It's a bit of a journey, isn't it? From that to I'll call it Americana. I don't know if that's the right term. But...
I think it's just like, first of all, I was listening to Oasis, and then obviously if you listen to Oasis, you can get into the Beatles.
Yes.
And then the Beatles, and I've heard the Beatles going on about Bob Dylan, and then like obviously Bob Dylan's just like fucking swallowed. But like it's hard to sort of put your finger on it almost, because it's like especially like them old blues records and the old country records. It's just something. I think it's the authenticity of it and the realness of it. I think that's what really sort of draws me in more than anything, really.
Because you've sort of bought the whole apple cart, haven't you? Really? Because you've recorded, I believe, in some pretty seminal recording studios out in the States.
Yeah, well, it was sort of like a back garden studio, but it was quite nice. It's very nice, that sort of thing. It's in Nashville.
Yes.
And it's a very good banjo player, and like I was lucky enough to like literally dress the songs up in banjo and lap steel and like them play the way they play up there is like they just seem to. They don't really need any direction. I know it's like all the music's kind of similar, so it's like once you know your stuff, you sort of know your stuff, I suppose. But
they play it authentic, I guess.
Yeah,
they've got the pedigree of it.
Yeah, and like virtuoso, like, and it's like some of it's maddening, really. Like, cause, like I'm not like putting like musicians down in England or anything, but like like the indie bands and stuff like that. But the American sort of musicians is something like I don't know. It's just a bit deeper. Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's sort of hard to put your finger on it, really.
Yeah.
Well, for country music especially, and you recorded that in your best friends not your best friends, but it was your mate's van.
Yeah, it's my mate Adam Stockdale. Well, yeah. Mate Adam Stockdale. He lives out in the States in Austin, and it was his friend. He put me onto him, and then I didn't really have like an initial plan. I thought I'd just go over there, do a bit of travelling, do a bit of recording, and just see how it come out.
Yeah,
but I got some good takes down. It was all live, and then I sat and listened to the banjo getting put down, and then we sent it to a mate Adam, and we went back and forth through emails for about 8 months maybe, and it's pretty cool.
But that's pretty much how the old boys did it, like Woody Guthrie, and there wasn't really I don't get the picture that there was a master plan and like a recording template, and it was just done on the hoof. And
it's just done as it was. There's no it's like especially now, like recording. Like I've realised now myself that like for me the best way for me to record is just live.
Yeah.
Like because otherwise you just pick everything apart all the time, and it's all about like feeling of it.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah. So you've done quite a few recordings, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I was in a band called The Offshore Rivers before, and before that I was in a band called Blue Mary Jane, and I was in a band called Circle, a band called Southbound Carriage. But like when I first started out, it was just like British rock band, and then like, and it was a bit of a punk band. It was really into like Black Road Motorcycle Club, The Clash, and Brian Jonestown Massacre. So it's pretty raw.
Yeah.
But like, I was been listening back to some of that stuff just lately. But like, you realise over the years, like, I wouldn't say I'm a singer, but like listening back to my voice back then and then listening to my voice now, I'm like, oh, actually, I can. It's a lot better. Do you know what I mean? Like, I sound like I'm screaming most of the time.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you've got a pretty good voice, and you sound pretty American almost.
Yeah, nice one. I played a gig in Camberwell in London a couple of months back, and he was like, "Oh, I went to say hello to sound all over. He was like, "Oh, you know that lad who sounds American." I was like, "I'll do it." You know? I think like I've got some talk in like country songs.
Yeah.
And I don't even realise I'm just sort of like, I think I'm listening to that much country music, but I'm just sort of almost talking in an American accent. Or like the way Mick Jagger does. Like when you hear him sing sometimes, he always puts like a bit of Americanism on it, some sort of thing.
But it's authentic, isn't it? So I think you've just released a new track, haven't you? A new single.
Yeah.
So talk us through that.
Done drinking. It's
you clearly haven't really done drinking, have you? But
it's well, no.
do as you say, not as you do, Matt.
It's kind of like it's like 3 chords and probably a little bit too much truth in there. If you know, like, it kind of made me feel a bit uncomfortable writing it.
Right.
But then I thought, if you write a line that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's kind of like got to stay where it is. Like if you like, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So it's from the heart.
Yeah, and definitely.
Where can you get all this?
You get it on you can stream it all on Apple Music, Deezer, Spotify, all the usual spots. There's bits and bobs on YouTube. I'm on all the social media platforms. Well, not all of them. I had to come off Twitter because it's just getting a bit too crazy on YouTube.
Yeah, it is a bit dark.
Yeah, there's too much politics and not enough music and football, to be honest with you. So
yeah. So it's easy to get hold of your stuff.
Yeah.
Where have you been playing? Because you just told me coming up the stairs you've done like 70 gigs in 2 weeks or something.
2.5 years.
Okay.
Been going down to London a lot because it's just easy for me on the train to go to London. But London, Peterborough, Leicester, Lincoln, Boston. Every now and then, very occasionally, I'll play local. But it's kind of difficult in Spalding because most of the bands we play are all covers bands. So it's like when you get up and you get your acoustic guitar and you get a few drunk people coming to you going, "Oh, Sex on Fire or Wonderwall or something," you know, trying to do a set, you know what I mean?
Honestly, there's just no breathing, is there?
So a bit like it's like you get a few strange comments, but people are supportive as well, do you know what I mean? Like they're pretty nice about it.
I mean, is it a different kind of scene doing what you're doing and where you play, would you say, to sort of rock bands? Is it? I always get the feeling it might have like a very faithful sort of audience.
Yeah, I mean, there's places in London I played. There's a night called What's Cooking in Leytonstone, and that's just like it's all roots music, it's all blues and folk, and like when you go there, there's 100 people sat there in just absolute silence listening to you. So like it's
a listening crowd.
Yeah. Wow. And then other times you go and it's hit or miss, you know. Like some gigs you play like great, and some gigs you play people just don't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's rock and roll, I guess.
But then like occasionally like you'll play a gig and you'll come off stage and someone will come up to you and they'll say all your lyrics back to you, and like that's when you know you've sort of got when someone like says, "Oh, that's such and such lyric," or "That's such and such song," or I'd like this big burly skinhead geezer come up to me after a gig in London, he come marching over, and I was like, "What's this bloke want?" And he was like, "That song, Old Sweet Home, was beautiful." He goes, I was 13 years old again when I was listening to that. I was like, "Oh my God, wow, that's really nice."
Yeah.
Really touching, you know?
Yeah. So it's tonight's BOBI you're playing on quite a varied bill, 9th of August. What's coming up for you?
I've got a gig in Peterborough in the Ostrich in the second week of September, I think.
Okay.
That's a Thursday night. And then I've got a gig in Camberwell in South London at the old dispensary. It's an old night called Easy Come that's been going on for quite a few years.
And that's kind of roots blues. Kind
It's a bit of mixture of everything. A lot of
Right.
punk rock bands,
Okay.
a lot of experimental bands, and
yeah.
yeah, just yeah, literally just everything there. If you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite a scene that you've sort of got into, isn't it? If you're getting 100 people listening intently.
Yeah, they're often two of those. So they're too far,
Okay.
like sort of in between like gigs. Like, I'd love to play that every night, but it's matching you up as well on the look because even though it's like they'll probably put me with like another singer songwriter. I played Willie T Taylor last time,
Yeah.
so that was like it's a songwriter I love.
Yeah.
So to have that opportunity was like incredible. And then the time before that was with Slim Chance, which is Ronnie Lane's old band from
Right.
the Faces, and they're another band I've like really admired.
Yeah.
Like, and I felt like really was a privilege to open to them.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you were going to recommend your style of music to someone, what 3 songs would you recommend people get into to get it?
I'd probably say Done Drinking.
Yeah.
It's kind of they're all pretty kind of like open songwriting. Done Drinking. I'd probably say Last Train is the most popular one on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's in, but it's weird because like the songs you think people would like, but the songs don't really seem to get traction, and
Yeah.
the songs that like
I know.
it's very strange.
It is strange, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. One more. Go on.
Probably Pass Goodbye. That's sort of forgotten a few playlists, and yeah.
So, what are your plans going forward?
I just want to. My only ambition is just to be as good as I can possibly be at songwriting and performing. Like, the songwriting is the thing that's kept me pretty sane, and
Yeah.
it's always the one thing I could go back to and feel like it's the one thing where I'm 100% like confident and like I can write songs. Singing and performing,
Yeah.
playing the guitar is like another thing. Like it's something that I really want to work at and sort of like just get especially not playing solo, because when you're with a band you've got a drum and a bass with you, you can really get in the pocket of the song.
Yeah.
But when you're playing solo, it's you've really got to dig deep to sort of get in that pocket where you feel like the song and your vocal and everything is just sort of like one together.
Yeah.
And it's like when I listen to old Bob Dylan recordings and like the 60s and stuff, and you think, oh, Jesus, he was like 23, 24, and he's like completely like, look, a lot of people go on about Bob Dylan's songs, but they don't actually go on about like how good his performances was, like, and his like his concerts were just like unbelievable.
Yeah. Do you think you'll always stay solo, or are you looking to get a band together?
I'd love to get a band, but it's at the moment I'm working with a couple of local musicians who are really good. Piano player, a girl called Sophia Hammond, and a lad called Tom Mailer, who's a wicked like guitar picker sort of thing. We're doing bits and bobs, but it's difficult because obviously you get a little bit older and people have responsibilities, and you go to work, and it's just sort of it's hard work, but it's something definitely that I'm trying to sort of get going. So I've got some like real rock and roll songs that I just want to blast out and just really have a good time to. But it's just getting the time. And as well, I'm kind of obsessive. Like I sit on my own for 4 hours a day, really, and play my guitar and write songs. And like I shouldn't, but I kind of expect that from like other musicians, you know what I mean? Which is just like impossible if you're not like paying any money, really.
Wow. I mean, 4 hours a day, man.
Yeah.
Most bands do 4 hours a week if they're lucky.
Yeah, 4 hours a day, sometimes more, sometimes. I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll probably be on my guitar at 9 o'clock in the morning. Till 5, yeah.
Wow.
But like the thing is, like, it's strange because I could just literally sit there and be away with the fairies, and sometimes you don't really even get anything done. I'm just listening to records and just playing on my guitar and just jamming. And other times, I'll just get my head down and just really work.
Yeah,
it's all relative, though, isn't it? Whatever you're doing, it's
take
everything in.
It's meditation, really.
Yeah. It's
meditation,
therapy for you.
meditation and therapy all in one. Like the rest of the world, just completely forgotten. It's just like. Sounds like kind of cliche, but it's.
And you've done the bands thing, haven't you? Like you've fronted a couple of bands, haven't you? And it's
you were told
just time to go on your own, wasn't it?
Yeah,
do it on your own.
I think it was always going to be
Yeah.
that I was going. I think probably I played in bands probably because I wasn't confident enough to take it out on my own, and then when it ended up without a band, it was like always gonna sort of go that way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're standing on your own 2 feet, aren't you? So yeah, that's really good. Okay, well, we're looking forward to your set tonight at Bobby, and I really want to hear the new tune, and wish you all the best, mate.
Yeah, nice one, Simon. Thank you very much.
Cheers.